Hi everyone. Hi. Hello everyone. Oh, hello. It is good to see you. If the stream shuts down or gets delayed at any point, I am so sorry. I'm not sure if my internet is actually working yet. But internet is not, I don't think it's really back, but I'm risking it. And my god, just to brief, this month has been so bad. It's been so bad, from living situations to personal situations for me. It hasn't been great. I woke up today now with my voice fried for some reason. Don't know why that is. But my god, has it been rough. And when I was like, oh, thank god, it's nearly One Piece day. It's nearly time to read. Like, I really needed the new One Piece chapter. My internet fucking went out. Oh my god. And I was... Yeah! Thank you so much for the sub. Hope this helped your situation. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. I just want to let you know that's why this is so late. Because, I had no choice in the matter. It was God himself that was holding me back from reading One Piece. But haven't read it. Haven't been spoiled at all. I'm still incredible at avoiding anything that has anything to do with new chapters. No one has said a damn thing to me. I have seen nothing. I have heard nothing. I don't know anything, and I wanted to save my my chapter read for the stream. Because I enjoy reading the new chapter with you guys. When it comes to my living situation, that is now stable, I'm happy to say. There was a solid scary week there where it seemed it was not stable. So I was all over the place. It's good now. We're all good now. I will be remaining in this place for another year, maybe. We'll find out. Not in a bad way. We'll find out. And okay, things are good now. We'll find out. So yeah, I'm back to being stable. I'm so sorry for the mess that was happening. It's all good now. It's all set. Everything is now starting to calm down. I have reached the end of the storm and there is now a calm happening and I can feel it. And that's a good thing because my birthday is at the end of this fucking month. International Women's Month and my birth month and Sanji's birth month and Shanks's and Mihawk's birth month and Sabo's birth month. Who else is it? Frankie's? Who am I missing? I don't think Frankie's is in March, is it? Anyways. There were so many there are so many good things this month, right? So many good things. I just had a bad week. So, calm has happened now. Now we're all fine. Okay? Sorry, my mouth is really moist. I don't know what's going on. Anyways. And shamrocks. Okay, sorry, I just thought I'd fill you guys in. We're set now, okay? I want to read One Piece. I want to read One Piece so bad. So we're reading One Piece. And like I said, I haven't heard anything about it. Not a damn thing about it. And I'm very, very, very excited. When it comes to the chapter review, that's going to come a lot later because I do not have the capacity to make a chapter review this month because I already had to put the Alabasta video on hold because of what was going on this month. So the chapter review will not be happening this month. Probably I'll be focusing on something else before things start picking up again by the end of the month. So for now, we're just reading One Piece. And of course discussing and everything. It's like I said, it's all good now. I'm so happy to read One Piece and I'm so happy to be back here streaming with you guys. You have no idea. Like, you have no idea how much I was looking forward to this. So let's hurry up and get into it. Chapter 1142.
Howdy do, boys.
What I'm afraid of. Give back the sword and the girls, Thunder Bagua. Alright, already straight up, Yamato's gonna get bitches. That much is so obvious. That much is so obvious. That much is so obvious. I'm very excited for like the next cover art to be Yamato surrounded by women going, oh my god, he's so hot. I'm fully expecting that. He's on his Odin arc. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening, right? Okay. Also, Kaido move, by the way. Oh god, I'm so excited. Teacher, 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 teacher. Help us, teacher. There's a huge snake in the schoolyard. It must be Jormungandr. Oh my god. It's the snake that brings an end to the week. Jormungandr? Ooh. Yeah, alright. Snake that brings an end to the week. You mean... German... You mean Saturday. Jormungandr. Okay, whatever. You mean Saturday? Eek, it's gonna eat us. Everyone run into the school. Sorry, I'm trying to see if any of these kids have horns. None that I can see. Oh! But the math teacher has horns. Faculty room, walrus school. We've got trouble, teachers. There really is an enormous snake out there. A beast from the underworld. What is it doing here in the sun world? One of them is a walrus. I only hope we can evacuate everyone in time. The math teacher's a bit, well, you know, a bit, sorry, long... Anyways, Mr. Blade, a bit, nice for the eyes. And he has horns. Beast from the underworld, what is it doing here in the sun world? I only hope we can evacuate everyone in time. We should call the chiefs. But in the meantime, the children are in danger. Math teacher, Mr. Blade, walrus school. Oh, I get it. He's a walrus. I get it. Principal Tusk. Aha, I get it. Haha. Language teacher, librarian, Miss Angie. Teacher, it's going to gobble Ager up. Sorry, I'm... Okay. Move it. Fighting and fighting. Oh, it's Saul! Oh my god, sorry I'm late. Watch out, Tusk. I forgot he was like a marine so he can like fight. I forgot about that. Sorry I'm late. Watch out, Tusk. Midterm X-Slam. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, that's so beautiful. Angst. Got it. Midterm X-Slam. Oh wow. Oh, that is a... Bravo. That is such a bravo. Oh my god. I want to stand up and clap for that.
Howdy do, boys.
Sorry, that is such a good pun. Anyways. So I really like the design of the snake as well. I like its bulbous head. Eek. Eek what? Mr. Principal, ow, my back. Thanks for the help, Saul. Don't mention it. Where'd the snake come from, though? Mr. Saul, former giant pirates. Tusk, Principal. Oh, he was of the old crew. Oh my god. So, of course we're gonna meet the crew. Of course we're gonna meet the crew. Why didn't I think of that? Fuck, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Of course we're gonna meet the crew. Yeah, Saul does have a peg leg. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And he looks like a walrus. That's awesome. Oh, Robin looks so good. Used to be a warrior too, Mr. Principal. The rumors were true. Mr. Saul is super duper strong. He was in the Navy, right? That was really cool. There are monsters like this in the Sun World, Saul. Not really. They're more like the usual wild animals. It's enormous. Sorry about the scare, children. Thank you, Mr. Saul. He's such a cool teacher. Sorry. He's such a cool teacher. Eeg, Mr. Wolf, what is it now? Gym teacher inside the school. Mr. Wolf, what happened to you? Ugh. Forget me, what about the children? Huh? Teacher Ilva and the others wandered off somewhere. What? Where? Oh, hello, are you Luffy's friend? That's right. Did Luffy do something to you? Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's right. He scared the shit out of the kids, didn't he? Did Luffy do something to you? He scared the shit out of them. Be careful, Mr. Saul. You mustn't touch the children. Oh. Okay. Which way'd Ilva and them go? That way toward the beach. Oh, I love this little girl's design. The one saying that way towards the beach. She's got a little chopper hat. Oh, I love her design. Sorry, that's such a cute design. I love this little girl's design. Oh my goodness. Sorry, children are in danger and I'm like, oh, look at her little hat. She's got little horns on them. That way toward the beach. Mr. Saul, what happened to them? They fell asleep and wouldn't talk to us. Asleep? But you said they were walking. Yeah. Oh, great. They're all asleep and won't respond to us. Come back. Where are you all going? Blow the horn. Warn the whole country. Is this going to be... There's an arrow pointing. I see the arrow. That's, Gunko. I'll keep reading. I'll keep reading. Not the whole country, Tusk. That's going overboard. This is an abnormal state of affairs, Saul. Look at the forest. I was actually going to say, Saul saying, oh my god, don't warn the whole country. Dude, kids are suddenly just up and walking away and snakes are attacking them. I would warn the country. Like, I would warn the country, I'm just saying, because I don't think this has ever happened before. Just saying. Is it almost state of affairs? So look at the forest. Oh my god, Loki's going to get blamed for this. Oh, sorry, I'll keep reading, I'll keep reading. Wait, what was the math teacher's name? Mr. Blade? Damn, he's got like skin out. I'm just saying, I'm paying attention to new characters. Huh? What? There are more monsters here. Where did they come from? See? Abnormal, right? Mr. Principal, the children are passing out. What's wrong, everyone? Hang in there. Oh, what now? I just don't understand. Get up, kids. What's happening? Oh god. Let me down there, Saul. I'll take a look at them. Thanks, please do. I'm at a loss. The first thing we should do is stop the children and get them to safety. Hi, Loki. Underworld Elbaf. You thought that leaving one leg trapped in sea prism stone... Oh, wait. Is it... No. I was tricked. You thought that leaving one leg trapped... Oh, goodness, sorry. Sorry. Trapped in sea prism stone would contain the true extent of my power. That was foolish of you. If you want to save Elbaf, undo the final cuff now. If you want to save Elbaf, yep. You'll soon see if I'm really helpless or not in this condition. Loki. Hey, what's his deal? Better hurry up. If I keep landing blasts, eventually they'll hit something, and the fires will spread. You know what Elbaf is susceptible to, don't you? I can bring you all to ruin. Stop it, Loki. Yep, sounds good. Okay, so hammer is thunder. It is thunder and thunder and lightning and fire. Oh, I really like this page though. Teeny Haiduden compared to Loki. Oh my god, yeah, he is huge. What was that thunder? There's fire on the south side of the island, Chief Yarrell. Did you hear a horn too? Anything but fire, we must put it out. Sorry, I'm looking at all the art. The Walrus School. Mr. Saul, Mr. Principal, I recognize those monsters. You do, Miss Angie. It was earlier today. Loki has a huge hammer and he destroys the world. No, he doesn't. The one who destroys the world is Nika. Look, ew, he's scary. No, look, Loki is scarier. No way. Obviously the scariest thing in all is Fenrir the giant wolf. Okay, so that's probably Loki, right? Don't stand on your desks, children. It's ghosts, the undead. Don't know how to say these words. Drog, storms, Nidhogger, the lightning dragon. Oh my god, I have no idea how to say any of these words. Jormungandr. I can't fucking do this, guys. I can't fucking do this. Oh my god, I'm illiterate and I cannot do this. I can't. My mom. Oh. Muscle man in the classroom. My mom. Is everybody finished? Teacher, if I have to think of so many scary things, I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight. Oh, sorry, Ilva. I'm happy to see so much personality and creativity in all these drawings and essays, though. You've all got so much imagination and expression. All of those things are what the children drew based on the prompt of what they were afraid of. But that's ridiculous. Oh, is there going to be a nightmare fruit? These things are a vision of the world. Oh, evil Nika in the corner there. Is that like a little evil Prometheus as well? Wow. These things are a vision of the world that terrifies the children most. So it's that guy because he's nodding off. Okay, we're all ready to... Hey, good job there killing him. The time limit is until the kids reach the ship. Do you think you can get them back? Gee ha ha ha. To know love is to wound one another. Okay, Sanji's fighting this guy. Okay, Sanji's fighting this guy. Yeah. Say, Gunko, are you afraid of anything? Nika. And that's the end of the chapter. Not much on Loki here, but much to do with the fruits, clearly. Oh my god. I still trust Loki, by the way. I still 100% trust Loki. I still don't think he's actually trying to trick anyone at all. Because when he set off that lightning, he didn't actually aim for any older part of the tree. Like, that's from what I can tell. He purposefully aimed out and not behind him, which would have probably been worse, would it not? He's acting like a dick. Well, fucking gee whiz. If you were chained to a tree and you had just been fucking brutalized and some little human just came along and kicked you and said, oh, he's not faking it, would you not then act like a dick? I'm sorry, I would have the worst fucking case of the grumps if I got out of this. Chained to a tree for 6 years. For him, that's like, what, 3 years apparently? Gets absolutely brutalized. Your animal friends have just been targeted, abused, possibly killed. And then some little fuckhead comes along and goes, oh, he must be faking it. Boom! I'm sorry, I would absolutely wake up grumpy as fuck. Are you kidding me? He's allowed to have a bit of a fit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, he has just gotten up after how much... This is like, his day he's just had is how I feel after the week I've just had. Now forgive me if after the week I've had, I'm going to have a bit of a crash out. You know what I mean? This was a shit day for him. This was a shit few couple of years for him. I think he's allowed to have one crash out here. But it's true, he is trying to get free. That much is true. From what I'm seeing here, I do not think he's actually aiming for any, like, older parts of the trees. Because he's aiming for the outer sides. Don't get me wrong, it's a threat. But he's saying, if you want Elbaf to be saved, you should undo the final cuff now. I don't think he's a trickster. I really don't think he's a trickster. Again, I think the trick is people think he's a trickster, but he does actually care. I have a sneaking suspicion Loki has a lot of care for Elbaf. And, he is genuinely wanting to help because he knows. Remember, he knows what Shamrock and that are up to. Don't forget, he knows the Holy Knights are in Elbaf. He knows that. He's the only one currently that knows that. They're not gonna fucking believe him. Right? So he's probably crashing out because he knows something's about to befall Elbaf. He's the only one that knows. He's the only one that can probably do anything at this point. And they're not gonna believe him. Luffy might. I do believe Luffy might. I know the hammer's not a devil fruit. I picked that up. I picked that up, just a magical thing. The hammer is like this, like Odin's sword, I suppose. But yeah, they're gonna blame Loki. They're gonna blame Loki. Everything that's happening to Elbaf right now, they are 100% about to blame Loki for. I don't think Luffy knows there's a Shanks clone, but he guessed there's a Shanks clone. So, if Loki says there's someone on the island, there are holy knights, they are going to kidnap the children of Elbaf, they are going to ruin Elbaf, Luffy could be the only one that goes, oh, wait a minute, that makes sense. And they can blame Luffy too. Luffy's also I was thinking the exact same thing. Remember, the god Nika is believed to bring ruin and destruction in some cases. Don't forget that. Some people think Luffy is Nika. It's very possible that the country could turn against Luffy as well. And in the last chapter, they even said... Fuck, what did Zoro say? I thought it was kind of ominous. Where is it? Because Luffy said, if it happens, it happens. Where is it? Where is it? Here. If that's how they find out we freed Loki, we're going to get kicked out of the country. If it happens, it happens. That's what he said. And I have a bit of a feeling that because a lot of giants think Luffy is Nika or represents Nika, a lot of the ones that think Luffy is about destruction are going to start wanting Luffy out. Or they're going to start blaming Luffy, or they're going to start saying Luffy is here to release Loki to cause this destruction. Because what I was trying to say in one of my previous review videos is I have a concern with Nika being seen as the god of destruction. Because we know... Sorry, there's construction going on out there. Because we know in One Piece and in One Piece world, right? Destruction can be a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Destruction is more so rebirth. It doesn't exactly mean everyone just dies. It just means new beginnings, right? We know that. They don't know that. And I was trying to explain that at one point, and some people in my comments for that review, they didn't understand. They were saying, no, destruction is a good thing. I know, we know that, but they don't. People in One Piece's world, a lot of them, they don't know that that's a good thing, right? So my concern comes from the fact there are a lot of giants that think Nika means destruction. They think Luffy represents Nika, or even is Nika. And they're going to find out Luffy freed Loki, and they're going to go, oh, he is actually trying to destroy Elbaf, right? And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I would be happy as a goddamn clam if it turned into the only people vouching for Luffy and being able to help Luffy and Elbaf as the new giant pirates and Loki. Like, if this becomes a situation in which Luffy is like, no, I trust Loki, I do want to help Loki, and all of Elbaf are like, we have to kill this fucking guy, I'm gonna love that. I'm going to love that. Because I want Luffy Loki situations now. I want them now. I want them bad. I want this big scary giant to be crawled all over by this little guy like a bug, because Luffy just trusts him and he's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, this can be an amazing comedic duo you don't understand. Like, this is what I want the most. Remember Luffy and Law and how they were, and how it was like hilarious because Law was trying to be like the straight man, but Luffy just kept fucking around. This is the same thing. This could be the same thing. You don't understand. Like, I think Luffy and Loki have incredible dynamic potential, and I really want to see it. So if this turns into everyone blames Loki, by default they blame Luffy as well, because Luffy freed Loki and Luffy wants to side with Loki, and it becomes a Luffy is one of the only people that now actually want to work with Loki to help him, that would be peak for me. That would be absolute peak for me. You don't understand. How many... I still 100% trust Loki here. I still don't see how he's trying to trick anybody at this point, because what is he saying? If you want to save Elbaf, undo the final cuff, you'll soon see if I'm really helpless or not in this situation. If I keep landing blasts, they'll hit something, the fires will spread, you know what's susceptible to Elbaf, I can bring you all to ruin. Where is he lying? The only thing that could be a lie is if you want to save Elbaf. They're going to think that's a lie. I don't think that's a lie. At all. I think that's the truth. Because again, Loki's the only one that knows the Holy Knights are on the island. The only one. That's a big bit of information to have, right? Not only that, Loki knows what Gunko's power looks like. We can see these kids are being led by that arrowed bandage, right? Loki will recognize that. So it's like, I still trust him. And I can still see that he's obviously frustrated. But remember what his like pen pal said, what his phone friend said. He puts on this tough facade so he doesn't show anyone the actual kindness that he has. And that made him like go crazy. Remember? That made him go, oh my god, never say that I'm kind. He's never met that person before. That person's never met him. He's never met them. What benefit does that person have from saying that to him? What benefit does Loki have for going, what, no, to them? Wouldn't he rather lie that he is kind if he were a trickster? Because isn't a trickster supposed to trick people into thinking, oh, I'm better than I am? There is no fucking trickster. There's no tricking going on here. I don't see any tricking happening here. I'm seeing a guy who knows they're on a time crunch right now of kids being kidnapped, Holy Knights being on the island, getting fucking kicked by a dude after getting slaughtered by a huge Greek fucking mythological creature, and getting up and saying, oh my god, please let me go. This is what I'm seeing. I don't see anything about this situation that he's trying to trick anyone. Nothing about this situation seems like he's tricking anybody. I am confident that there is no way he's actually this big evil guy they want him to be. I'm also confident Loki's going to be blamed for this. Loki just got freed, suddenly kids start going missing, nightmares start appearing, they're gonna go, oh, it's Loki. It feels to me Loki is the scapegoat. He's the one everyone on Elbaf points to when something goes wrong. So they can say, it's not us, it's not anything else, it's him. The tree is on fire, that was his fault. But remember, he's probably doing that because he wants to get out of those chains, and probably because he wants to stop the Holy Knights. Because remember, what if he tries to tell them, hey, there are Holy Knights on the island, they're stealing the kids, they're not gonna fucking believe him. They're not gonna fucking believe him. And as I said, we were also told by his phone pal, I know you have that rough persona on the surface, because you're trying to hide how kind you are, right? He's being rough right now because he's trying to do something good. He's trying to hide that niceness that he has. Do you know what I mean? That just seems so obvious to me. Because again, why would his phone friend say that to him? What benefit do they have from saying that to him? I really want the Straw Hats to fight their own fears. Fuck! Oh, that's so good. Fuck, that's so good. Oh, that is so good. Wait a minute. Fuck, that's genius. Why did I think of that? Oh my god. Wait, the potential. Oh, hello, QB. Thank you for the donation. You know, this man proposes someone to marry him, and the silhouette saw him making the first step and even giving a gift to Lola. This guy is nice. I remember he was then offered chiffon, and he said no, meaning it had to be Lola, meaning he clearly just liked Lola. Fuck, what did I think of that? No, I didn't think of the Straw Hats and the fighting their nightmares. Oh my god. Yeah, Zoro the Grim Reaper, right? It has to be. It has to be. That makes the most sense. If they're fighting their nightmares, it would be Zoro and the Grim Reaper, would it not? I just think that's what haunts him the most. It's what haunts him the most, right? Either the Grim Reaper or something else relating to the crew, but I can see it being the Grim Reaper the most. For Sanji, it would be his mutated self, would it not? That's the thing he's most afraid of happening. His mutated self. At the same time, don't get me wrong, Oda can make it a joke. He can, like, turn this nightmare thing into a joke. I can see Luffy's nightmare being, like, a gag. Do you know what I mean? But, Zoro versus women. But yeah, honestly, Luffy's nightmare is probably his crew dying. That's probably his nightmare, right? Luffy's nightmare is Garp. But this will be interesting. If this is a nightmare fruit, and the Straw Hats have to fight like their nightmares. Oh god, wouldn't that be awesome? That's straight out of a fan fiction. In a good way, in a good way. That is so good.
Howdy do, boys.
So much potential for Usopp. Remember how Usopp took on Perona? He's like, I'm already depressed. I can see Usopp being like, these nightmares aren't affecting me.
If I had to guess matchups, I could see Zoro, Sanji, or both facing Killingham. They each have big fears, but I wouldn't be surprised to watch Zoro fight a death manifestation.
Hang on.
As I'm typing this, I see y'all talking about that anyway, lol.
Hang on, I gotta take a, Fuck, that's genius. Sorry, hang on, I'll read that. Give me a sec. Oh, I gotta log in. Hang on. Sorry. I now know how to read these. Oh my god. Hang on, I'll get back to you. I'm wiggling my finger because I will get back to you. Sorry. Okay. Right, now, I should have had this up and ready before I started streaming. So yeah, when it comes to the other Straw Hats nightmares, I don't know, but I can see Usopp being invulnerable to it. I can also see Robin being invulnerable to it in a way. Because, remember what happened with her and Black Maria? That didn't affect her at all. It's very possible Robin has made peace with her nightmares, you know what I mean? Alright. If I had to guess matchups, I could see Zoro, Sanji, or both facing Killingham. They each have big fears, but I wouldn't be surprised to watch Zoro fight a death manifestation. As I'm typing this, I see you're talking about that anyway, lol. Yes. I can definitely see, Zoro versus Fear, Sanji versus Hurt Love, Luffy versus Gunko. Oh yeah, I'm definitely sensing Luffy and Gunko being the battle matchup here. Because obviously there's still going to be a battle matchup, right? I'm definitely sensing Luffy's going to be the one going up against Gunko. Because Zoro's not going to do it. Sanji's definitely not going to do it. It's probably going to be Luffy. It'd be awesome if it were Nami, actually. But it's probably going to be Luffy. Gunko's arrows are leading the children away. That's exactly what they're doing. So it seems she can actually move bodies with her power, which is incredibly scary. Because that is definitely... That is 100% her power. Can the nightmares only happen when they're just asleep? That might be true. Zoro does have an issue fighting women. That's a misconception, that you think it's not a problem. That was the whole point of Punk Hazard. Hello? Did you miss that? Can you hear that outside? Oh my god, it's 2 a.m. guys. What is happening? But yeah, Zoro 100% has an issue fighting women. Yes, he does. He literally has a panel of him saying, okay, fine, I don't want to cut women. I don't want to cut women. I don't want to fight women. That was the whole point of Tashigi calling him a pig. Like, he does have an issue fighting them. That's kind of one of his problems. No, it's not the same as Sanji. It is not at all the same as Sanji. They're very different. Like, Sanji doesn't fight women because he promised Zeph he wouldn't. As always, it was, it's a promise thing. He is terrified of Zeph disowning him. Zeph's approval is what matters to him most, so he'll never, ever hit women. Ever. When it comes to Zoro fighting women, it's because, as we saw it in Punk Hazard, he doesn't see them as warriors and it makes him hold back. And that's why Tashigi and Monet both went, oh, you can't fight me properly. And he couldn't. He couldn't fight Monet. He didn't. Remember, he didn't actually slice her. Tashigi even said, you bastard, you didn't actually do it. He's clearly got problems. And again, this isn't me saying... Oda didn't present that as a good thing. I need to remind you guys that. He didn't present that as a good thing. He's presenting this as a clear issue that Zoro has. A clear issue, right? That's the point. For Zoro to be the strongest swordsman, for Zoro to be the best and strongest swordsman he can be, he has to take women seriously as warriors, or he will die. Monet almost killed them because he couldn't kill her. He couldn't offer the final blow. That's the point. That's the whole point of what was going on in Punk Hazard. So, yes, it is not a misconception. It's a fact that he has an issue fighting women. It's a fact. Otherwise, Punk Hazard wouldn't have been a thing. Also, I'd like you guys to remember, on the rooftop, he didn't fight Big Mom once. I need you guys to really pay attention to that. Read the rooftop over again. He didn't throw a single thing at Big Mom. Her homies, yes, not at Big Mom. I paid very close attention to that. He didn't make a move to fight her once. It was all Kaido. Yes, he definitely has a problem with it. And it's a problem that will have them in danger if he doesn't get over it. Mihawk is secretly a woman. Look, I was saying, imagine Mihawk, versing a woman. Do you think Mihawk is like, fuck, she's a woman? I'm so sorry for the noise, by the way. But do you think Mihawk is like, oh, fuck, she's a woman. Can't take her seriously? No. No fucking way does Mihawk do that. This is why he's the strongest. Anyone who wants to contend with him, especially as a swordsman, he will take them on as a swordsman. That's a problem Zoro has. That's a problem he has. It's definitely a problem. The point that she was weak, not that she was a woman. Zoro literally said, fine, there are even things and people I don't want to cut sometimes. Tashigi even literally said, you don't take us seriously because we're women. Like, she literally was saying that to him. It had nothing to do. He thinks they're weak because they're women. What are you talking about? That's the point. That's the issue that he has. That's what Tashigi is calling him out for. That's the root of the problem. Also, if Monet was so fucking weak, she wouldn't have nearly exploded the whole place. Monet was not weak. Zoro even acknowledged her as being a threat. And he still couldn't do it. He still couldn't do it. Zoro has hit women before. Sorry, that sounds fucked up. He has, like, hit some women before, don't get me wrong. But he used the base of his blade. He's never actually fought them, and that's just an important thing to remember. Also, hi, Volticone. Also, yeah, Zoro will happily cut someone weaker than him. Just not women. I'm sorry, mate. You're gonna have to accept this is part of his character. It is part of his character. It's a problem he has. And it's clearly a traumatic thing. And we know this stems from Wano. Because Koshiro is from Wano, right? Koshiro had these same sexist views. And clearly they have been pushed onto Zoro. And he doesn't like it. That's the most important part. The most important part is it's not represented as a good thing. It's presented as a bad thing. You're talking about Miss Monday. And yet, did he? Did he actually, like, permanently hurt her? Did he actually fight her properly? No. He used his hand. He didn't even take out his sword. He didn't even draw his blade against her. This is what I'm talking about. Squeezed her head. She was up and running easy after that. And Nell's response, I know. Anyway, sorry, we went off track. No, Zoro's not fighting Gunko. Yes, he would have an issue with fighting her. But we're talking about all of this not because I'm saying ill Zoro, because I'm saying this is clearly something that needs to be, like, moved. You know? It needs to be, he needs to grow out of it, essentially. That feels to be the point. That's why in Punk Hazard that conversation even happened. Because there's a showing there that if Zoro can't get over this, people will die. If he doesn't start taking women seriously as warriors, people will die. And he can't be a master swordsman for that to happen. If he can't take swordsmen who are women seriously, how the fuck can he call himself a master swordsman? That's the point. He did tell Kuina that. But remember what happened to Kuina? Kuina was literally crying to Zoro, oh, you're a boy, I'm a girl, you're gonna be stronger than me. And Zoro was like, bro, no, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Then what happened? She died. And I ask you this. If your mentor, someone you saw who was above you, cried to you, I'm going to be weaker than you, I'm going to be lesser than you, and then the next day died, would that not impact you forever? People go the wrong way with it. They think, oh, because of that with Kuina Zoro, clearly he's number one, like, feminism, you know? It went the other way. It can go two ways. It went the other way with him. It fucked him up instead. It didn't suddenly turn him into the world's number one feminist. It turned him into, these people can be taken from me. Right? It fucked him up. That was the point. It instilled a fear in him, exactly. But we went off track. We're meant to be talking about this chapter. Look, we'll see what happens. But I do think this is going to be a point in Zoro's character that is going to be discussed. With Gunko here, it might be further discussed, honestly. I do wonder if Zoro will have to, at some point, take on Gunko, and if he's going to be able to. Because I just don't think he will. And I think there's going to be a problem there. And I honestly am still expecting this to be a Zoro crash out arc. I think it's going to be a bad time for Zoro. I think it's going to be a bad time for him. That direction powers won't work. Oh my god. Also, Gunko being scared of Nika. Probably because she sees him as destruction. And remember, as I was telling you guys, destruction in, like, not a good thing. We understand what destruction means in One Piece. We know it means rebirth and renewal. They don't. Many people in One Piece don't. It's very possible that Gunko sees Nika as just total destruction. And it could scare her. And at the same time, there's probably a lot of Nika counterfeits, right? That have maybe done terrible things with the idea of trying to be Nika. I also would have heard boogeyman stories, that's true. Her ability is related to seeing future paths. Nika is literally chaos incarnate, that's true. I am so sorry about the noise, guys. I thought the construction was done. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. and they're doing this outside. This is so bad. Anyways, yeah, so far I don't think Gunko is a celestial dragon. You can't hear it? Oh, thank God. It's as loud as hell for me. Brainwashed? Do you think the Celestial Dragons know who Nika is, though? I don't think they even, like... Because they somewhat know what the D means, right? But that was like a children's tale. I don't know. We don't know enough about, as weird as this sounds, we don't know enough about the Celestial Dragons. Well, of course the elders know. I'm talking about the dumb fucks. Talking about the Nepo babies that have done nothing to be where they are. The Nightmare lineup. Very interested in the one that looks like Prometheus. Very interested in that one. Oh, sorry. Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. My bad. Not Prometheus. I love the dragon. I love the dragon. I love dragons, guys. I'm very happy about that. The wolf has got to be Loki, right? That's got to be the fruit. I was about to say, no way people are going to say Gunko for Straw Hat. Then I remembered back in the day, people were saying Caesar. Caesar Clown was going to be a Straw Hat. Oh, it does look like Big Mom. Oh my god. It's so little, but I see her. Stocks are up. Stocks are so up. They're so up. We're so back. Oh my god, we're so back. It's the mother, right? One of the kids' mums, but why does it look like Big Mum? Oda could have made that look like anything. He chose to make that look like Big Mom. I don't know if you know this, Big Mom has a very particular design. Just saying. Just letting you know. I'm trying to think of what my nightmare would be. I don't have anything that can like physically form, I think. Freddy Fazbear. I'm also terrified of the deep ocean. No, I still trust Loki. Sorry, we really got off track. Anyway, I trust Loki. I trust Loki 100%. So here's my guesstimate on what's happening here. Loki's telling the truth. He's saying, if you want to save Elbaf, you gotta let me go. Again, he knows of the Holy Knights, and he's acting out because he's desperately trying to be released from these cuffs. Desperately trying to be released from the cuffs. So he's trying to threaten, if you don't release me, ruin will happen on my own watch. I think that's a lie. I think the truth is he wants to save Elbaf. The lie is that he will ruin Elbaf if they don't release him. I think that's a lie. Because again, I'm seeing Loki aiming for the outer branches. Very much so for the outer branches. If he wanted to cause actual devastation, he could have aimed backwards. To like the actual base of the tree. He's right at it. And instead he aims out. It feels like he purposefully targeted branches that he knows can be put out. He hit the trunk, but the lightning then went out. So he slammed his hammer against it, but it didn't actually go up it. It went quack. Oh yeah, I mean, this is definitely reminiscent of Ragnarok. Like, this is clear Ragnarok inspiration. I can see that. The school is near where the lightning hit? Oh, it is too! Wait, you're right. For all we know, that's Loki trying to signal to the Holy Knights, I'm fucking up. Like, I'm up. I'm coming for you. There's so many things that could be going on here. I simply do not believe he's just doing this to be like, haha, I can burn the tree down. I simply don't believe it. The giant sword. Where? Am I blind? I can't see a sword in there. But if there was one there, I believe you. I believe you. I just can't see one there. Maybe it was conducting. I don't know. However, here's something that's so interesting. How interesting that the kids were talking about their nightmares and one of them brought up Nika. I think that's more interesting. Because that confirms to us that there is a very large subset of, like, people especially in Elbaf, that do see Nika as something scary. And they do see Nika as like a devil incarnate, right? I think there's a possibility Loki could destroy Elbaf the same way Luffy got the prophecy of destroying Fishman Island. 100% that's possible, but again, not a bad thing. Nightmare Loki is not hot at all. At all. But then he wouldn't be a nightmare, would he? He'd be the opposite of one. I can forgive that. Because I was about to say, Loki does not look like that in my dreams, but he's supposed to be a scary nightmare version, so, not this kid's fault. Yeah, it does also look like he's holding Harold's sword, doesn't it? I was thinking that looks like Harold's sword. What the fuck is the bear, by the way? Looks like Big Mom's silhouette when Garp met Luffy in Water 7. I don't remember that, but I believe you. I like the man with the hat. I think he's respectable. I'm also fully expecting Brooke to see the bones guy and go, oh! You know what I mean? I'm fully expecting Brooke to see that and go, oh! A friend! He's just like me for real. The bear that was hanging out with Gabon. Shut up. You mean Shiki? A bird that's just pissed off. Zoro's gonna be terrified when he sees that. He has Skypiea nightmares. He's gonna see that bird and go, fuck! I can't take another bird! How many nightmares are there, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. Well, there is one for each straw hat. I'm just thinking about any kind of setups that will be happening. But I don't think the straw hats... I don't know if they're going to be fighting the nightmares. The dragon also reminds me of the Punk Has a Dragon. It does. But wasn't the thing with the Punk Has a Dragon like... Because we know dragons did exist in One Piece world, they just gone extinct. I think that was a thing that we did know. And when they saw the dragon in Punk Hazard, they were like, nah, this cannot be true. Because they're gone. So maybe they originated from Elbaf. I love the shading style for the nightmares. I really like them. They quite literally look like children's drawings. Wait a minute. It's not there, but it's there, but it's not there. Something Ripley saying the mural were children's drawings. And now Elbaf's being attacked by personified children nightmares that they have drawn. Something children's dreams, childish dreams still being reality, something. Oh, there's something there. There is something there. A child's dream, there's something there. There is. Oh, I need to sit on a round table to discuss this one. It's the themes, right? It's the themes. Also, thank you for the sub, bud. The mural! A child's dream and fears are always tangible. Yeah. There's something about that. I just know there's something to be said there. Oh, I think Elbaf's gonna be fucked, yeah. I don't think Elbaf's gonna come out of this very well. I think a lot of the tree will burn. A lot of it, I think it's gonna burn. I don't think it's gonna be because of Loki. It might be the sleep duration, because Killingham did say the time limit is until the kids reach the ship. Maybe it's not sleep duration, maybe that's just how long he can keep them asleep. The question is, when the kids wake up, will the nightmares still be there? Well, so... What's the other guy's name? Somers? He's just sitting in his lounge chair. I like him. He's probably a piece of shit, but I like him. I think he's fun so far. He's like bad, but I like him, you know? I think he might be fun. Now he's talking about love. It's always the same, isn't it? It's always the same. Yeah, he dragged his chair. He said, fuck, I'm gonna get comfy for this one. Ocarina of Time situation, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Maybe there's a little sapling there that's ready to grow. What's Lilith gonna do without Elbaf as a new base? Look, I still say the revolutionaries are gonna be the ones helping her the most. Where's Bonnie? Is she okay? I will say, you know how Luffy was like, grumble, grumble, the kids of Elbaf are little spineless babies. Maybe that's a good thing. Because imagine what their nightmares would have been if they were hard, tough warriors. A hard, tough warrior man's nightmare is a lot scarier than sweet little kid nightmare. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather these children's nightmares than, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of Bonnie's nightmare. I can imagine Bonnie's nightmare would probably be very scary. It's you again. Are you still on this Angie thing? You seriously still think Angie? I'm gonna assume you're joking. Gods and Knights didn't seem aware of Harold approving the school. That's true. Overall, alright, look, I've got nothing else to say, but to wrap it up, I still trust Loki. I still 100% trust Loki. I'm expecting that Loki wants to help these kids and wants to stop the Holy Knights from invading Elbaf. And he's just lashing out right now because, again, he knows no one's gonna believe him. They don't believe him. They never believe him. What is the point of him saying, let me go, there are Holy Knights on the island. They're trying to steal kids. I have to be the one to save them. I don't think you guys can do that. They're gonna go, no, liar. Remember what Hydurin said. If he's trying to say anything sympathetic that makes him seem sympathetic, he's lying. I think Loki full well knows. Full well knows that's what people think of him. So what the fuck is the point of him trying to tell the truth and say why he really wants to be unchained and get out and save Elbaf? They're not gonna believe him. They're just not gonna believe him. So I see exactly why he's lashing out like this. I see why he's being rough. And it perfectly is in line with what his phone friend said to him. When his phone friend said, I know that you act tough because you have that kindness in your heart that you don't let show. As fucked up as this sounds, I'm seeing Loki being kind. I'm seeing Loki being worried. And I know some people don't believe me right now. I know they don't. But I guarantee when we get more about Loki and when we see what Loki's actually trying to do, all the people that don't believe me are going to feel like chumps. Like chumps. And where are the stink men? Where are the stink men? Where are the stink men? I don't know. Bring them back. Bring them back. I just want to know where they are. I think Loki's very, very nice. I think Loki's very nice. I just think he's probably had a very harsh run of life. Very harsh run of life. Very much so. I truly do think Loki has just given up trying to be nice. I said it on Twitter, actually. I said Loki and Doffy could very well be opposites. As in, Loki... Hang on, where was it? Where was it? I worded it a lot better. I'm not coping. You're coping. No, I know I'm not coping because nearly everything I'm saying is happening. I was right about Zoro. I'm still right about Zoro. The amount of people that were like, holy fuck, you're right. There was something off about Zoro. Yeah. My copium is turning into analyzing... where is it? Right, what lie has he told? He hasn't told any lies. Okay. I said I have a sneaking suspicion Loki's never... Oh, this is the wrong one! This is what I said. I have a sneaking suspicion Loki's never had a real physical friend who's believed in him. I still believe that. Where's the other one? Did I lose it? Internet. Damn. Here it is. All right. This is a mind teaser. My current thought with Loki is maybe he's going to be the opposite version of Doflamingo, i.e., Loki wants friends or a family, but when he gets close to someone, they just think he's manipulating them, as opposed to Doffy, who didn't care about anyone, but had a family for manipulation. Because to me, it seems Loki is so lonely. Again, what is the point of his animal friends? What is the point of him having that phone friend he's never met physically? Doesn't even know what they look like. If he wasn't seeking some kind of connection. Loki just seems incredibly lonely to me. I think Loki is seeking connection and he never gets it. And the Stinkman, right? He seeks connection and he doesn't get it because everyone thinks he's just a bad guy. Like every time Loki tried to be nice, tried to be compassionate, etc., 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 things would go wrong and then they'd blame him for it. Because we have to remember, when Loki was born, he was called the Cursed Prince from birth. His dad, his own dad, had the prophecy that, yeah, Loki's gonna be fucked. Why would anyone treat a kid like that with any kind of sincerity or any kind of kindness? Why? This is my argument here. Why would all of Elbaf here, by the way, this is the Cursed Prince, this kid is going to do terrible things, and then trust him ever, at all, right? I've always thought, ever since hearing that, it's suspicious as hell that Harold himself had that prophecy. He had that prophecy. It didn't come from someone else. He said that. It could have been the world government pushing him. That much is true. Could have been the Holy Knights whispering into his ear. But, why did he have that prophecy? That's very suspicious to me. This didn't come from a lady in the lake. It came from his own dad. Are we sure it was his prophecy? But that's what I'm saying. So for now, we don't know. But for now, his own father still said it. Like, Elbaf still sees it as his own dad had the prophecy. Loki probably still sees it as that. Right? And it's making me believe that, no one has ever been kind to Loki. No one has ever been sweet to Loki. Right?
Howdy do, boys.
It's making me fully believe all through Loki's life, he's simply never had anyone to help him. Like, I had the idea that when it came to the animals running through the village, etc., that it could have been the Elbaf giants were trying to hunt those animals down. They were trying to kill him. And Loki's only friends were those animals, you know what I mean? There are so many explanations that could actually explain what really happened. We have to remember, we only know rumors. It's been elaborated many times. Everything we know about Loki is a rumor right now. I cannot express how many times that's been elaborated. What Hyrule is saying to Luffy, we don't actually know if that's true. That's Hyrule's own account. But that's not something we've seen. So it's not something we can trust. We have to see it to believe it. If we trusted everything that was told to us, we'd still think Robin was a fucking bad guy. Remember how Robin was introduced? Remember how Robin was literally introduced as, haha, Vivi, you're gonna die. Haha, we're gonna take over Alabasta. Haha, I'm capturing the king. Haha, I'm taking over Alabasta. I'm gonna kill everyone. Remember when Robin was fucking introduced like that? The same thing is happening with Loki. The same thing is happening with Loki. Robin was introduced as a villain. Frankie was introduced as a villain. For fuck's sake, Boa was introduced as a villain. Even Zoro was introduced as a villain. Nami, to an extent, was also introduced as a trickster, right? Who was tricking them. Like, when we were first introduced to so many characters, everything was pointing to those characters being bad. Everything. Until we saw the truth, saw it with our own eyes. It's a rumor. Everything we saw when we were introduced to characters like Robin, introduced to characters like Frankie, introduced to characters like Boa, everything we saw pointed to them being bad. And guess what happened? They had reasons, they had explanations, they had problems. Zoro as well. When Zoro was first introduced, he was literally telling a little girl, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Turns out he was actually doing that because he was worried she was going to die. What the fuck is Loki doing right now? What in the ever-loving God is Loki doing right now? Loki and Zoro's introductions are so similar it hurts. They are so similar it hurts me. It hurts me. I trust Loki because Luffy trusts him. I trust Loki because the instinct and the intuition Luffy has is what has saved lives. It's what saved Zoro. Zoro wouldn't be alive right now if it weren't for Luffy and his intuition. That same intuition, right? That is currently freeing Loki. Zoro didn't have a crash out after getting out. He was literally threatening to fucking kill people. What are you talking about? I'm going to be honest with you. The crash out of Loki just swinging some fire somewhere. Again, we don't actually know how much that fire is going to do. This is very early stages. If we find out that fire didn't actually hit any crucial places on purpose, you owe me an apology. You 100% owe me an apology. What about Robin blowing up Igaram? Just to find out chapters later, oh, she didn't actually blow him up. She just made it look like she did. What about that? What about Frankie beating up Usopp? Just to find out for why that happened, right? Usopp got hurt. The Straw Hats hated that. Look what's happened. What about the multiple times we have seen characters be introduced and do bad things, inflict bad things? just for it to not be true. I trust Loki because Luffy wanted to free him, and Luffy trusted Loki. Currently, Loki has said nothing that was a lie. He hasn't said anything that's been a lie. I need you to really think about that. He hasn't lied once. Not from what we've seen. The second Luffy met Loki, Loki literally said, I want to end the world. And Luffy went, okay. How the fuck is he gaining any sympathy? He's not gaining any sympathy. You don't think Loki's bad, but everything he does is saying he probably is. And I ask you again to think about Robin. Think about Robin, think about Frankie, think about Boa. God, even think about Law. Even Law was introduced as a scary guy. Even the Straw Hat said you can't trust Law. What you are saying to me, Kuma as well. Oh my god, think about all these characters that I've introduced that point to something bad. Just for them to not actually be bad. Think about Luffy. My problem with what you're saying is we've seen this over and over and over and over and over again in One Piece, and you're saying I can't trust him because of this thing that has happened multiple times in One Piece. Do you see how that's a bit ridiculous? I trust Luffy because Luffy has good intuition. He's got good instinct. That intuition, that instinct that saves people. Hachi as well. Hachi is also part of this, yes. Jinbe as well. Right? There are so many characters that have been introduced as bad. Seen the opposite. So you mean like Crocodile, right? Characters who were obviously... So characters, they were not just rumors. We saw them doing bad things. First time we knew of Doffy was a slave auction. Well, not the first time. Second time. First time we met Doffy... Second time we met Doffy, he was running a slave auction. Just for him to say, ah, fuck slave auctions. Do you see what I mean? Loki's not on the same level as actual antagonists in the series. He's simply not. First time we saw Loki, he was offering Lola a flower. I'm just begging you to remember everything we've heard of Loki is a rumor. It's not something we've seen. Oda is very good at tricking us into believing in rumors. Very good at it. Even Roger was someone that we thought was the worst person in the world. We had no idea the chaos that Roger possibly inflicted upon the world just for it to turn out he was literally just a chill guy. He took out that one pirate crew. So is Luffy. Luffy's taken out pirate crews before. Hasn't killed them to the extent Roger has, but that's a pirate crew. Think of how Luffy has fought Kaido, right? Those are pirates fighting pirates. You say he killed someone's crew for no reason? Again, that's a rumor. For no reason. That's a total rumor. You seriously think it was for no reason? This is like saying, oh, Shanks took out Kid for no reason. That's what that sounds like. We know why Shanks took out Kid. We know that. I don't think Kid's dead, by the way, but we know that. You saying, oh my god, Roger killed that crew for no reason, is like saying, oh my god, Shanks took out Kid for no reason. We have no fucking idea what that crew was up to. And they're also pirates! The whole point of pirates is not all pirates are chill. Squad also stabbed Whitebeard, exactly. We found out that Roger took on a marine base. First of all, who fucking cares if Roger took on a marine base? Second of all, we also know it's because the marine made fun of Buggy. Remember how Luffy took out an entire marine base in Eni's lobby? This is what I mean. We thought Roger was a horrible guy. A horrible guy. Just to see how he actually is. He had a rule to not attack civilians. We know this because of the flashback. We saw it. We physically saw it. He had a rule not to attack and to not rob from civilians, from just regular civilians. He wasn't the monster the world makes him out to be. Those are all rumors. In the same way, Robin's whole thing that she was doing, her being a monster, was a rumor, right? In the same way, Zoro being a demon was a rumor. Now we're getting to Loki, and all we're hearing are rumors that he's a monster. It just can't be true. It just cannot be true. Because Luffy wants to believe him. And again, I trust Luffy's intuition. The one rule I have learned in One Piece is always trust Luffy. Always. I'm not going against that. If he is wrong about Loki, this will be the first ever time he is wrong. Ever. He's never been tricked before. Some people will say, oh, fuck, Kanjuro in Wano. That wasn't Luffy. Luffy didn't even fucking talk to him. That was Kinemon. Luffy trusted Kinemon, and Kinemon wanted Kanjuro. So Luffy just let him do what he wanted to do. Luffy trusted Kinemon, not Kanjuro in that situation. That was a whole different thing. Luffy trusted Pudding. Pudding ended up helping them. Remember that. Anyone Luffy has ended up trusting, they have sometimes ended up lashing out, sometimes ended up doing something bad, just to, in the end, not actually want to be the monster that we are told they are. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Loki's similar to Pudding. I wouldn't be surprised if Loki is very similar to Pudding. In the sense that he is called a monster, so he embodies and personifies being a monster. Because what else do you do in that situation? You know? Luffy never liked Caribou. He never liked Caribou. What are you talking about? He didn't give a shit about him. He was never tricked by Caribou. He hated him. If he liked him, he wouldn't have kept him in a fucking barrel. No, he didn't give a shit about him. I'm talking about someone's trying to trick Luffy with their person. That's never happened before. Loki is crashing out. He's crashing out because of what's been happening to him. Loki's not bad. He's just frustrated. Anyways, Luffy did free Crocodile, right? And that's because he trusted Iva when Iva said, I'll look after this. And Iva was right. Nah, Luffy would not trust Shamrock because he heard that a Shanks lookalike attacked the castle guards. And he will see Shamrock and go, oh, it's him. Like, he's not trusting that fucker. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hi, Danny. Like the bear drawing. Me too. Me too, buddy.
Howdy do,
I'm spoiling
boys.
with these predictions. Look, when Loki ends up having the saddest fucking backstory ever, and that backstory ends up being, oh my god, I just wanted friends, I just wanted a family, no one liked me, no one trusted me, no matter what I tried to do, how I tried to be close to people, they always thought I just wanted to do the worst things to them. Then you will be sorry. If you were born as a cursed child, you will be seen as a monster. It just feels he was seen as a monster through his life. And this is why he is where he is now. Because if you're seen as a monster through your life, what are you meant to do? Even Law was similar in that sense. He was seen as a monster because he was from Flevarn's town. So he embodied a monster. He embodied being the violent person that people thought he was. This monster that people thought he was. The whole point of Law's story is he was just a child. Right? I can see that happening with Loki. That Loki was just a child and he wasn't treated right. I can really see it. But we'll find out, won't we? The Crocker mention. Anyway, Ace as well. Ace was seen as a monster. He wasn't a monster. Ace literally personified being the evil little thing. Right? The evil little thing that the world thought he was. And then he met Luffy. And Luffy was like, I like you. Like, I think the same thing. I genuinely think the same thing is going to happen to Loki. I think Loki is going to be like, oh my god, everyone thinks this and that. And Luffy's going to be like, I like you. I like you. And Luffy's going to go, wee wee. Like, I honestly think that's what's going to happen. I think Luffy's going to be the first person to actually trust Loki.
Whack his pee-pee.
Thank you, Loki. I'm so sorry that didn't work. Let me give that back to you. Yeah, Loki's gonna go, nah, because he's clearly a Cinderella. But I honestly think Luffy's gonna be like the first real person to really trust Loki and want to help him. And I think it's just gonna heal him. Sorry, I'm trying to give Whack his pee-pee back to you. I'm glad Doffy worked. All of the Straw Hats, we have to remember, have bad rumors attached to them. All of them. They, remember when Luffy went to Sabaody and he saw Kid and Law, and Luffy's rumor was he's just insane. He is insane, but insane in a bad way. When Kid saw Luffy, he said, oh, now I get to see if he's actually the insane bastard that people say he is. So there's clearly a rumor out there of Luffy just being terrifying, like... Sanji beats up bad customers, which I think all service workers should be allowed to do. I think if you eat at a place, you should be a bit scared to not be a good customer. I agree with what Sanji was doing. I'm Team Sanji. I know you guys know this, but I'm Team Sanji. Like, yeah. People think Luffy's 8 meters tall. That's funny. Anyway, yes, sorry, I've got nothing else to say. I'll be moving on now. It was described as a scary giant monkey. Alright. Pating. Oh. What is my mother doing awake? God, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? And she used to get up at me for being up too late. Oh. My own mum. I bet she's watching this. Alright. I've said enough. I'm done. I'm so happy I got to read this chapter. I'm so happy that I got to finally read this chapter. I was going to record tonight, but I can't because my voice is just shot. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear that? But yeah. I appreciate being here with you guys, and I appreciate being able to talk about these chapters, stream these chapters. I really, really, really appreciate it. I also appreciate the support as well. It has been a very, very rough week, and the support that you guys give me in the chat is very, it's very heartwarming. It really, really helps. Like, I can't tell you how much it helps. So thank you, and thank you for waiting for me and wanting to read this chapter with me. We got a very good turnout today. I honestly wasn't expecting that. So yeah, thank you. One Piece makes me feel better. Makes me feel better. So let me get in my box. All right. Thank you, everyone. I super, super, super appreciate you all being here. And I will be seeing you when I see you. Hopefully the next time you'll see me, it'll be for an editing stream. Thank you, Prestain Deluxe. Thank you. But yes, hopefully next time you see me, it'll be for an editing stream. Might be tomorrow, might not be, we'll find out. But yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Thank you for joining. And thank you for sticking around, and thank you for talking. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.